What's happening there, guys? Fallen from OTB here, coming at you with another video here today of what was supposed to be a scrim that we had planned out here with a good buddy clan of ours called Lord LJK. And it just, we didn't get the matchup, and so we kind of started 0 for 1 right there. And then, so now I have to make a video because there were a few really nice attacks in this war, but everything kind of lost its relevance when the matchup didn't happen, so it just kind of got stunted there before it even began. Needless to say, I'm going to share 4 attacks here today because, there were some good attacks, but this is just not going to be a long video here today. We're going to get this going. Maybe this is something we can do in the future here to we can come together again. We can try it again and make it happen. That way we'll get a lot more content. But first things first, Sherman just to hit this base here earlier. He did kill number 7, but I like this base a little bit more, or it's a little bit tougher to deal with. So we're going to go with that. And so here we are. He's going to pull that CC. He's bringing the go-ho right here. 2 witches. Easy business up top right there. And working his way in. And slowly but surely, here we got our 2 golems coming in here. Witches just pounding away. Pumping it in. And a couple wizards, not too many. Just easy stuff right there. Poison goes out. Queen down to kill the CC. Broke into the walls up there. Great place. Jump is up. Everything's going to be heading at Queen here in just a moment's notice. And starting to really look pretty good. The golem does kind of bust down a little bit right there, but we're moving forward. We do have a royalty here behind us as he's starting the surgical hogs here around the outside. Very smart. Things were tanking at this point. He wanted to keep them alive, and here come the hogs, it's a smart idea. So as he starts them around the outside here, 1 heal for that section. He's going to slowly get more surgical down here on the bottom, working that clockwise manner. And there's that 2nd heal over the bomb. Very well done. And leaving just enough room for those hogs to kind of go into that 3rd section there. And a perfect heal over that splash damage. And look, that witch was up top the whole time right there. Kind of interesting. Anyways, Queen works around the outside. This is over as we speak here. Great job there. I was going to use this other attack. Maybe we'll think about coming back to it if this ends up being like the quickest video in the history. But I think a lot of people agree that it wasn't our best war, and no one really did all that spectacular. But I am giving 2 of these guys I'm doing here are people who got 2 3-stars in the war. So we're gonna jump up to 11 on good Abo. I like this base that he hit better. He did hit 9, I think, and got that one done. But this is one of those bases that someone's gonna want to see how to beat this base anyways. So here's how we're gonna beat it. We do have our 2 golems up top right there. An easy jump is going to be available here. Nothing on the outside to really worry about. So he's got everything funneling forwards, which is right where you need it to be. No shame to be had right there going forward. Got down that poison. The royalty's moving in just fine right there. And, I think he's doing a pretty good job here so far. Trips that bomb right there. That's fine. So he's going to start the Laloon without further ado here. He's got the 2 air Ds are down, and now he can really focus on sending in these Laloons. So he started on the left here, and notice how it just kind of slowly moves into place. He has a rage in his pocket. He's got a couple, here goes the rage finally, because he knows he's going to need to get to core here a little bit, or at least get things moving. It was a little bit of a wasted rage, honestly. He should have used it on the right side here. Lava's still healthy, and just look at all these loons that are up right now on the field. What I like is he planned it perfectly, so his lavas are still alive, or one at least is still alive, and he's able to finally get to this last cluster of defenses, and I think he just did a sterling job on that, on timing and everything else involved right there too. Finally that last one busts. And, you know, here's just like the loon party going up top here, finding their way around, coming up to that archer tower, slowly but surely, and it's happening. It is happening on top of that archer tower. Great attack, man. You know, one of those weird bases, you know, max TH9 defenses, so you're getting that, you know, that level of defense that's going to stand up and do you in if you don't do it correctly. So all right, you know, that was a really good job right there. The other one there, I mean, that really stood out was, you know, 17 TA Destiny, and he had a nice little go-ho here. And see, that's the thing about TH8s is, you know, everyone's always asking, do you want to bring golems? Do you want to just make it a quick kill squad and then just bring like mass hogs or something like that? Both methods just as useful. I think you can do it either way if you so desire. There's no shame in that at all. And so he gets that poison, doesn't want to deal with those loons. I don't blame, or the loon, I don't blame him. So we got some damage down on the dragon here, starting this out as the pull is coming down here into the bottom left here, about 7 o'clock. And so looking pretty good. Looking pretty good. He's got that space to be able to work with, which is nice. You can't always say that about some of the bases. And just, you know, three wizards with the distraction barbs, very, very smart. That's how you can be conservative. And he's going to send that golem here bottom. Very, very smart as well. He's going to cut off the pathing with that wizard there. And slowly but surely, he's working his way in. He knows that there's, you know, a probable bomb here behind this this air defense. So he is trying to press forward here to make that happen. King goes to the right. I suppose that happens, doesn't it? So he's going to start the hogs because the king is going to go down. The enemy king is going down. That's pretty much the important DPS to worry about for right now. Kind of a surgical method here on the right side. A little bit of a wall. I think he's just kind of filling in as he goes. Leading that first heal. Pretty decent right there. Moving into the first corridor, coming up top right here. The Teslas are strong in the middle, but he's filling everything in here across the top, and that's how you deal with certain bases when you're adding on hogs to, I suppose, kind of cut the corners or something like that. Look at this annihilation. I mean, he didn't need any more heals. He was able to use a rage with the kill squad, which was really smart. And then getting on to this last defense right there. It was no contest. It never was. Really well-formed attack on, I don't know what they call those bases. It's a strange base, but maybe not bad for a TH8 base. You know, awesome job there, Destiny. I think that worked out pretty dang well. And so I was gonna show some more, guys. I'm not sure here. I hadn't really planned it. You know, there weren't too many that terribly stood out. You know, a lot. Let's see. We're gonna go and hit Sherman here. He's gonna be double featured in a video. And I guess the one reason I want to show this is because you can get or you get a lot of these bases with you know, tight defenses, things like you know, that are tough on hogs sometimes. And so a lot of the time it's not pretty when you're trying to hit a base like that. But you know, with everything so tight together, you gotta have a plan for it to be able to hit it. He sends in that last hog to pick up that defensive kill, which is, I suppose, worth it. Better than having 95% damage on something. So he's gonna start slowly but surely. I think he planned on getting a CC pull right there. I don't know the motive there, but I think that was the plan. So you kind of have to adjust yourself a little bit. You got to choose a different angle to come in, and make something like that work. So on this attack, I noticed that this was a bit sloppy. He did have some business heading bottom right here, and that golem that was just sitting there forever. But as long as the queen moves forward to deal with that CC, that's everything you could ever, you know, want. And she's also going to pick up the queen kill as they trade blows back and forth. Now at this point, you've technically made it as far as you want to. He remembers that queen ability, which is great. Gets that Tesla down. That's pretty much about all you're going to ask there as the hogs are coming in from the top. He had to kind of double heal over him. A lot of damage. Again, that's the plan on a base like this with so much damage. You can't have any time go by where you're missing out on your heals. And he had I think that was a perfect heal right there because he couldn't afford to put it too far up. He had to lead him a little bit. It had to happen. So as these final defenses here are finally going down, 2 Teslas left there to just stand out amongst the rest, and a king just bashing away too. This was a pretty close one, but a really nice war here for Sherman. And really, a few guys had a great war this time around. But as for the rest of us, we're all a little bit bitter, a little bit salty about it. And here's where the salt continues. So I'm gonna show number 3 because I love Velk so much. I have to show my Velk attack here. So I'm a TH 9.5, which means I got the TH 10 technology. And but it's more so the purpose of hitting this base. So yeah, I'm gonna show it anyways because it's a really cool strat that a lot of us OTB gents have been doing for a while here. So as far as the CC goes, staying out of range here at the beginning, so the wizards can work their way in, and then you just kind of double up on the bottom there to push that pathing forward. Finally, as the outside things are going down, I don't know, send in a couple hogs to sit there and tank, but now the CC's pulled, now we can concentrate on the CC, so royalty's going to come in with that as well. And as soon as everything locks on, poison goes down, rage is going to go down here as well. Boom, here come the redheads real quickly. Everything needs to happen pretty quickly with the heal, so we are spamming spells over the top right there. Everything has moved forward. Now it's time to start the hogs right away. Now the hogs are there to kill the outside defenses as they're busy. So in theory, the Velks are keeping everything going there in the middle, and they're holding strong, tanking just long enough to get those hogs. Even a TH9 can do that too. If you want to use one heal on your hogs going around the outside, that's okay. Of course, me being a TH10 has that extra spell, so I knew I was going to be able to have kind of an oh shit spot there for the hogs no matter what. Whatever the case right there, it's annihilation time. A lot of the redheads had survived, but once again, in theory, they're sitting there tanking the middle, and this is one of those perfect bases where they're going to be tanking so many things at one time. Sending in hogs or loons if the ARDs are convenient is the only way. So close war here, guys. I just have this feeling that we're going to win, but I can't believe that it's so close. And I think we're all seriously, I think it all just kind of threw us off. We left a base in the bag right here. We're thrown off right now, guys. That's what's going on. And I think, like I said, it was kind of doomed from the start. As soon as we didn't get matched up, everything started to get a little sad then. But anyways, you guys, we're going to bring future content here. I really hope we're going to be doing some more scrims here soon. Well, I know that we are. So I just hope it happens soon. I hope to bring the content as soon as possible. And, and I'll probably see you on my next day off here. Thank you guys for tuning in. Sub to the channel and all that fun stuff too. This is Fallen from OTB, signing off.